What's up, guys? Pypo here, bringing you a video telling me doing some Hunter PvP action, doing 2v2s with Static on his Warlock, currently playing as Destruction, getting some shit absolutely done in these games. First one up is a Boomkin and a Rogue. Game plan here is to basically blow up the Boomkin. Problem versus Boomkins is their healing is so fucking good that you kind of just have to just live the Boomkin and the Rogue for a little bit. Luckily for me, they go my Warlock, and Warlocks have really good self heals. As long as it's still early game, like obviously you make a Warlock burn his self heals, he's kind of be fucked. But early game, you go to the Warlock, he's probably gonna be able to at least live through most of your DPS. So you see here, I get onto the Boomkin, I try and get as much damage to the Boomkin as possible, as well as trying to CC the Rogue off my Warlock if I can do it. Sometimes it's not really that possible, sometimes you can't really get it done. Rogues have a lot of stuff that actually fucks you over, like for instance, the evasion, and then their fucking cloak, and then all the other shit, and then they fucking use it all again, and then you're fucked. And then rogues have a lot of stuff that'll like make it so you cannot CC them, but once that shit's down, you're pretty much fine. And the rogue switches to me here, which actually I think is a pretty weird decision, because the Warlock's low, and he's already used his healing. I don't know why you swap. Why would you swap to me at this point? It makes no sense to me. I get Cycloned, but Shadowburn is a son of a bitch and just wrecks the shit out of that Druid. If you're on low health, you're pretty much guaranteed to be dead, because Shadowburn wrecks fucking house. It is so good. And then obviously you just have a Rogue to deal with. Pretty easy to take care of. Next game up is a Resto Druid and a Shadow Priest. Now this game is going to be a long one, because basically what happens here is you have a few things to get rid of to begin with. You have Tree Form, you have Dispersion, you have self heals on the Priest, and then you also have Fears on the Priest. And if you get a good CC chain off, you're not necessarily going to get a kill off if the Priest fears you. And it's a really big pain in the ass when you land a perfect CC chain as well, and you're like, man, I just fucking nailed that. Doesn't matter. Couldn't matter less, because the Priest drops fear on you and you're extremely close. You'll see in this game, we actually really easily could have lost this if me or Static didn't learn, or I shouldn't say didn't learn, didn't know to pull fuck. You'll see in this game, as soon as it gets a little bit further in, they basically put enough pressure on to where they have nothing, but we also have nothing. So we have to utilize our self-healing, which is very passive and very slow, by getting behind a box, sorry, and letting it kind of take over. So basically what happens is we get this guy really low. I thought we were going to get killed there. Because I thought we were going to get killed there, I overextend way too much. I shouldn't have come out behind the boxes like that, but I have to pop the turns because I overextended. Basically what I should have done is stay next to the box and shot, because you always want to be in that kind of position where you can line of sight. I got extremely excited because I saw the Warlock, not the Warlock, sorry, the Shadow Priest was extremely low, so I was like, man, kill, kill, kill. Kind of got tunnel vision. See the fear on the Druid down there, so I come down to get a trap off that fucking fear. This would have been a kill. Guaranteed kill right here, but that fear. That fear though, son, this is what I'm talking about. You gotta basically learn to not stand next to Shadow Priest as a ranged. The problem is, again, I saw him low, and I'm like, I'm running in so because I don't want him to line of sight me in a box. But in doing so, I put myself way too close and I get fear. Shouldn't have done it, should have stayed back. If I stayed back and just chucked like one more auto shot, we would have won right there. Stupid as fuck me, didn't think about it, I just ran the fuck in. It doesn't matter because we win the game anyway. It's just little things like that that'll change as you get to higher ratings. It'll actually fuck you a lot. Bind shot to the right of the box there, because I am going to push to the left and try and get them to go around, which I'm doing right now, and the bind shot just sits there for fucking, I love bind shot. I love bind shot just sitting there. As you see, bind shot catches the Shadow Priest right there, and then I see the Druid is running off, so I will get a trap off that fear again. Fear and a trap is a very good CC chain, but as you see here, over the course of us trying to land it again, I've gone down to like no fucking health. I'm not in too much danger as of just yet, because the Shadow Priest doesn't really have much damage as far as burst goes, unless he has his 3 stacks up that he can do his Devouring Plague, which really hurts. So basically when I get loaded this much, again, the Shadow Priest kind of does the same thing that I did. He gets real big tunnel vision, he runs in, he tries to kill me way too fucking hard, I run into an explosive trap, blast him across the map. I love explosive trap for arenas, it's so good for just getting a better position. I use it even for like the start, in the game you'll see later on, to just move them away from the pole so we can open up on them. It works really well. Got extremely lucky there to land that trap. I see here that he's casting the greater dispel, whatever. So I silence the Druid, and again think, Druid silence, I can get a kill, I can get a kill, I can get a kill. But I just couldn't fucking, it was so close every time, I just couldn't get it. I actually used the wall there, as you see, to line of sight. If you stand like directly next to that wall and they're on top of it, sometimes you get a lot. If they're standing on the edge and their foot's like over the edge of it, then you won't. But if they're standing like a little bit away from that wall, you can get actually line of sight on the wall right there. Then we go into another fucking trap, scatter combination of doom. Get feared, so I trinket it because again, I'm like, fucking murder this guy. How is he not dead? Please die, sir. And yet again, he somehow stays alive, but we barely get him. I was really late on that bind shot, which I should have been a little bit earlier on. But I honestly thought the whole time he was running around that box he was going to die. Like, I don't know how we did get it for the longest time. But we got it in the end, so that's how it works. Next one up is an Affliction Warlock and a Monk. I just run into a pole for no reason. Try to send my mount and not get stunned by the Monk, but he gets me right here. Just lucky. Basically latency issues when you're on mounts. You're never going to be able to stay away 100% perfectly. He gets out of that trap immediately with a trinket, but he runs into the scatter, which is perfectly... Exactly why I do that, trap scatter, is so they trinket the trap, run into the scatter, and it still gives me that stun duration to get the fuck away from him. I go into the Affliction Warlock immediately, and want to just wreck house. He pops his heal pretty soon, which is good news. It's really good news. I come over to disengage web the Monk to try and get him off my Warlock buddy. Unfortunately, Monks can just get out of shit. Monks are really good at maneuverability, and honestly, Monks are probably one of the most OP classes in the game at the moment, if played correctly. But I leave my buddy alone to deal with the Monk while I run into the wall because I see he's low. I silence as soon as I get around the pole to stop him from fearing, and then I get the kill shot right there. My walk is also very, very low here, so you'll see me what I do is I trap, put down the frost trap, I'll explosive trap him back around the pole, just getting as much range as possibly can, and before I even engage on him, I'm going to use the blind shot. That's just to stop him. Again, guys, Monks are extremely good. Be careful when versing Monks. They're not to be trifled with too much. You will get fucking owned if you do not pay attention. Also, basically what happens here is we're both just waiting for Karma. We know Karma hasn't been used yet. As soon as you see Karma, I don't even face the guy. I'm done. I'm just running. I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to do anything. The pet's not on him. I'm just going to run. I would trap him in the situation. If I trap him, it just came off then. But Karma's already down. So basically all I do in that entire time is just run. Do not engage Karma whatsoever. Once it's down, I go back on him. You see me use traps, scatters, binds, and shit here. When there's one person left, remember guys, don't forget you have scatter. You're gonna miss it in Worlds of Draenor, but as of right now, remember, even if you're versing one person, it's still like a blind for a second, which is really good. Really good to use, even if you're versing anyone. This is the explosive trap I was talking about right here. I use explosive trap to the right of the pole to push him to the left, as you see right there, which exposes the healer. And this is a Resto Chamois. Resto Chamois is one of the few healers that I actually feel comfortable with bursting. So when you see the Monk there, I get the trap on the Monk, burst the fuck out of that Chamois, get a silence, get 100k, fucking crit to your face with Chimera shot, and you're dead. So you're fucking dead, and then it's onto a Monk again. Again, obviously don't go too fucking, we already won kind of thing. Pay attention, Monks can do a lot of damage, a lot of bursts. You can get stuck in a stun fucking combination that will murder your life. So just make sure to be a little bit careful on that one, guys. Next one up after this, I think was a little bit more of a close game, but I really like after this game. It's the first time, like that, what you just saw, that was the first time I used the Warlock port. I very rarely use it because I forget. It's the first time I really played with a Warlock, to be honest. So I never really use Warlock ports because I just never think to use it. But the next game, I use it like perfectly and I love it so much. I kind of want it in every game ever now. Get a Frost Mage and Affliction Warlock to finish this one off. I go up, and I see the Warlock's there, and he sees me go stealth. So I come back down because I know he's going to rain of fire. He's also going to rain of fire here, so I go to put down an explosive trap. Look at this explosive trap. I love traps, man. But BAM! Across the world! Oh my god, I love explosive traps so much. Mage does a Frost Knife on me, so I pop the Feign Death to stop the Deep Freeze, followed by Deterrence to stop the Burst, because he's got the Frost Orb down. Jump down to the portal right here, and jump across the map, come back up the fucking world, and I just start unleashing hell, and I will get a trap on that Mage as soon as I possibly can. Once I'm out of that, do Trinket the Deep Freeze, because Deep Freeze equals bad news bears immediately. It's not good, and we just get on that Warlock like fucking White on Rice and just kill the shit out of her face. And then of course you have Frost Mage left. Again guys, Frost Mages. There's some classes in the game that if there's anything they could do, it's one fucking v2, so just be careful. Frost Mage is one of those classes where if they play correctly, they'll fucking murder your entire family, because they just have the ability to do that, so be careful, Jesus Christ. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the game there once we finish off this Frosty Meiju. Haven't been doing many BGs like recently, been getting more into Arena because, honestly, BG's been getting lost, so I'm like, I want to play some Arenas just to get some wins and have some funs. Hopefully I'll bring more soon. Thanks for watching guys, have a good day, have a good life, have a good year. I will see you in the next Arena or maybe BG video. See you guys.